Hi, my artist. So today we're going to keep studying about India, and on my screen is the national bird of India, which is the peacock. So when we hear the word peacock, normally we think about this species of bird, okay, like the one shown, but actually the peacock is the male version of a peafowl. And the females are called peahens, and they don't have all the bright, beautiful colors that the peacock has. A bird that you might be a little bit more familiar with that's the same way is the cardinal. So the cardinal is one of probably the most well-known birds of Virginia, and the male or the boy cardinal is bright red, while the female is more brown. And that's for camouflage, okay? So it's so that the male is more distracting for predators. And for the peacocks, it's so that they can impress the girls. They use all their bright colors to try and get a girlfriend, basically. So they are pretty neat. They can fly. They are pretty aggressive. So sometimes they're even kind of used as guard animals. And we know them, we recognize them mostly by their feathers, and you can see that in the picture. You see all his bright colors, and they have this almost like eye shape in their feathers. So what's kind of neat about them is that their feathers are thought of, depending on your culture and where you're from, they could be either a good luck charm or a bad luck symbol, okay? So for those that believe that they're good luck, it's kind of a sign of immortality, because peacocks can eat poisonous things and not die. So that's pretty cool. So when I talk about immortality, that means you can live forever, right? So lots of people would love to live forever. And so that's why some people think they're a good luck charm. Now, people that believe they're a bad luck charm think that this eye shape on here, they think that's like an evil eye. So either way you go, there's two different ways you could look at it, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started today. I wanted you to look at that and learn a little bit about peacocks so you knew what we were drawing them for. So what I need you to get is go ahead and get a piece of paper, and I'm going to use colored pencils, but if you don't have colored pencils, you can use crayons or markers. You need purple, green, orange, blue, maybe a black and a brown, okay? So go ahead and make sure you have those. Remember, if I get too far ahead of you, you can always stop it and catch up and then play it again, okay? All right, so this is my picture that I've started on. I haven't quite finished it yet. And we're going to work on, I'm going to show you how to draw yours, and then I'll finish coloring mine. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with our blue. So I'm going to set all these other ones aside that I don't need. And I'm going to just use my blue to start with. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to come over towards the middle of our paper. On the bottom half in the middle, we're going to draw an oval. Now we're going to draw it kind of light, just in case we mess up. Alright, so I'll go over it a little darker so you can see it. So there's my oval shape. Now from here, we have to add his head. So if you notice, that's his body. So what we're going to do is it's almost like a candy cane shape or like a little finger that's curved. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to curve up. I'll go over that again so you can see it better. Curve up. Then we're going to come right below it, and we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to connect it. Okay, so it's almost like a little bitty hook. Okay, so now we've got his body. What we're going to do now is we're going to add his wings. So this one on this side is almost going to look like a C. Okay, do you see that? C. And then this one is like a backward C. We're going to try and make them as close to the same size as we can. Alright, so there's that. If they're a little bit off, you could always add it. Okay, now we need to get our orange. We need to draw a triangle for its beak. And then he needs how many legs? 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 1, two lines right next to each other. We're going to come over a little bit. 1, 2 lines right next to each other. Alright, from here what we're going to do is we're going to do like a little hill right underneath those lines. So like a little hill or an N without the line. And then we need to give him 3 little toes. 3 little toes. Okay. Now you can go ahead and color in the orange. You could add a line on its beak so that it can open its beak. And then go ahead and color in his toes and his legs. Alright, from here, I'm going to use my black to lightly draw the feathers. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start down here below his wing. I'm going to do a curved line. Okay, I'm going to do that all the way up. It's kind of like around Thanksgiving when we draw turkeys. Kind of like that. So these are going to be beautiful, beautiful colors. And last one. Alright, remember if I'm ahead of you, you can always stop it until you catch up, okay? From here, what we have to do is we have to add the eyes on the feathers. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a big circle on the top of each of those feathers with our purple. Okay, got our purple circles. Now we need to add a little blue circle inside each of those circles. Okay, so get your blue back out and add blue circles inside the purple circles. Okay, a few more things we have to do before we're going to color. To start with, on top of our peacock's head, they have these funny little shapes on top of their head, and I think it's the same thing, it's just to impress those around them. But what it is we're going to do 3 lines sticking up, just like that, kind of like a mohawk. And then there's circles on top of those. Okay, so there's that. Now we need to use our black to draw a little oval area near its beak, where its eye is going to be. So I'm going to put a little black dot in there for its eye. And then what we have to do now is go ahead and color. Okay, so we're going to color in its body, and that's going to be either blue or purple. And then we'll start working on the wings. Okay, so I've already colored in my body. You also need to add a line for where the grass is that your peacock's standing on, that you'll color that in. Okay, so go ahead, color in the grass, color in the body. While you're doing that, I'm going to be working on my feathers. So you all can go ahead and pause your video until you get done with that. When you finish it up, go ahead and unpause it so that you can see what I'm doing, okay? Alright, for those of you that are here, I'm assuming you have colored in the body of your peacock, you've colored in the grass, and you're ready to start on the feathers. So what you need to do is you need to color in the blue circle on its feathers. Okay, so go around coloring all the blue circles, and then after we do that, we're going to color in all the purple circles. Alright, I've got that done. Now I'm going to go with my purple, colored in, I have to be very careful and work around the blue, so I don't want to cover it up. Alright, so I'm close to finishing up with that. And what I'm going to do to finish my peacock is after I have all the purple colored in, I'm going to get my green, and I'm probably going to use a light green to color in its feathers, okay? Because as you noticed in the picture, peacocks have lots and lots of beautiful colors on them, and they're almost what we would call iridescent, and sometimes even metallic, which means that they are hard to draw with regular crayons and colored pencils. Okay, so we're going to use our greens to make it as close as possible. Okay, so when you finish your purple, go ahead and get your green and color in the rest of its feathers. Okay. Alright, I finished, so I'm going to use my green and color all of this in. Okay. I gotta be careful and not color its beak or its head with the green. Alright, so that's what you guys are going to spend the rest of the time doing, is coloring in the feathers. Okay, so I hope your peacock looks beautiful. I hope you learned something and enjoyed it.
Miss Hall, please come to the office.
Alright, so go ahead and fill in all your feathers that way, and hopefully I will see you guys next time. Alright, have a good day.